Good morning, this is Chris at Ballard Down Consulting. Following on from the brief video I did yesterday looking at current business priorities, where I identified the key things you need to be looking at the moment, which are managing cash, managing costs, um, ensuring you're still talking to clients, making sure you've got an open dialogue with suppliers, and also retaining the talent within the business. I just wanted to look quickly at the idea of product and service changes that now might be the time to look at. A few really brief points. I think businesses need to make sure they've got a really carefully curated offering. I think with businesses expanding over the past few years, some not really struggling to drive in new customers to the businesses. They've just picked up whatever's available to sell, or thought up new services that they can push out to clients, and haven't really thought about, is this a coherent and cohesive um, offering that my clients really understand what it is, and that I'm offering the right thing to the right people. So I think now's the time to look at your products and services, really understand what the market wants, what your particular client wants, and make sure there's a coherent narrative there around the offering that you've got for people. Leading on from that, there must be real clarity around margins. Too many businesses don't really understand which of their offerings make them money, which have got the best margins in them. There might be some products or services where it's a bit of a loss leader, it brings people through the door, and it doesn't have your ideal margin, but that's a conscious decision. What I'm talking about is not having product or services for the sake of it, just because you are able to provide it. If it doesn't make you money, if it doesn't bring money in, now's the time to really poke at that and make sure you're not doing things for the sake of it. Next point is expect a flight to quality. When I look back at my own experiences, sort of 2009 post credit crunch, there was a real demand for quality service by people that were still spending money. So people will keep on spending money. I think we can expect there to be a significant hit, and some people are going to be very conscious of the amount of money they're spending. But when money's going out, they want to make sure they're getting real value for money, and that doesn't necessarily mean cheap. It just means that they need to feel that the product or service you've provided gives them lots of bang for their buck. So expect that flight to quality. Also add flexibility where you can. I don't think any business is going to have the luxury of saying, this is our product, this is our service, take it or leave it. You need to have some flexibility without undermining that margin. So without stitching yourself up by being so flexible that your operational costs of delivery go up, and you just haven't got that coherent narrative about what it is that you're offering. So flexibility where it works. And the final point that I put here is know what matters now. I think post COVID-19, priorities are going to shift, and there could be some factors that are important to people now, off the back of social distancing and concerns around hygiene that weren't important before. I'm often looking at the hospitality industry, and I think that hygiene standards are going to become a really key factor in terms of how people plan for any trip, or plan for staying in any accommodation. They're going to be looking very closely at what is that hygiene rating and how can I have that confidence to book. So these are the 5 product and service things that I think ought to be looked at now. I'm going to have a quick look in tomorrow's video at how your marketing might tie in with this, and also the business priorities that I discussed briefly yesterday. So I really hope that's helpful. If anybody's got any queries or points they'd like to add, then please do drop me a line. But for the moment, thanks for listening. Bye.